Oh my gosh! Chill! Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die on the first level. Hello everyone, welcome to another live stream. Today's gonna be a simple one, not playing anything but one game. This one game is, in my opinion, a masterpiece for, I don't know if it's on other systems, it might be, but I have it on the Nintendo Switch. It is a beautiful game called NeuroVoider, and well, let's just get right into it. It is one of my favorite games. It's an arcade style game, which is great. I have never beat it, because frankly I always die, but it's because it's arcade style, you will have to start over from the beginning if you die, and it's also kind of random, but you also kind of choose what you do. You'll see more what I'm talking about once we get into the game. So to start off, you pick your class. I am kind of a rampage kind of guy. Run and gun is my strategy. And then my go-to skill to survive longer, let's see, is where is it? Safety battery. So this allows you to die once per level. So normally if you die, that's it, game over, except unless you're playing multiplayer. As long as someone lives, then you all continue. But this allows me to die once. I'll get about half of my life back, so it's not like full charge, but it's something. And so all you do is you choose your first, you choose your class, you choose your skill, and then every time you enter a new level, you get to pick one of 3 options, and they're all different. It'll tell you size, elites, which are the bigger enemies, and loot. So typically you'll want one, especially in the beginning, with more loot but a smaller size. This one has a small amount of elites, but it's huge and has a lot of loot. So I think we'll do this one. So this is a twin stick shooter type game, which are one of my favorites, to be honest. And this plays very well in handheld mode. It's a really good game to get a good, like, easy 45-minute gaming session in. And the best part, the nice thing is you can even save. You can just, between each level, you can kind of stop playing and come back to it later, so you don't have to play through an entire game in one sitting, which is great. It's perfect for the Switch like that. So, a few things to note. There are some changes going on in my stream setup. Right now I got a much better interface, an audio interface, which is, I have an AT2020 microphone, not the USB version. So it has like a standard XLR microphone interface. So that has to plug into some kind of audio interface for my computer to receive it as USB audio. I was using a Behringer Euphoria UMC22, or I think is what it's called, which is what I got started off with in the high-end or mid-range high-end, whatever, beginner high-end audio, I should say. It was okay to start with, but the audio quality wasn't that great. The driver support was non-existent, so it used generic drivers, which was okay if I wanted to only use the microphone, but there were 2 inputs, one of them a microphone, the other one was a oh my gosh, chill. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die on the first level. Oh my gosh, help, help, help. Okay, so it had 2 inputs. One of them was the XLR mic input, and the other was a 1/4-inch jack for like instruments. One thing I wanted to do at some point was like a live stream where I like practice guitar to show off a piece of software I started using that like helps teach you guitar. It wasn't gonna be anything like fancy or anything, but only problem, and like I was even gonna use it as an input so I can pick up my 3DS audio when I do those streams. Those are gonna be coming back soon. Just have to get it all set up again and figure out the best settings to get higher frame rate. So, only problem is it wouldn't go through as standard. The first input would go through as a standard USB input device, so I could easily plug it into OBS and problem solved. Well, first off, I'm gonna other classes. So I could easily just chug my mic into OBS and have my mic audio go through. The other input, though, simply would not go through, and there was no driver way. So I found some janky, really old drivers, because apparently they used to make... Wow, I got a ton of Rampage stuff in here. They used to make... Ooh, my gosh, that one. They used to make drivers for the old one I had, but for some reason they would... they just didn't work, A, and B, they stopped supporting it. So I tried those drivers, still couldn't get it to work properly, because I don't know, if I fixed one thing, it would break another. It was so obnoxious. There is the ability to use like third-party software. Holy moly! Anyway, there was the ability to use third-party software to there's the ability to use third-party software to get it all running as a single mic input, but it caused audio delays, and it just wasn't good. And that, and the actual quality of the audio was not super great. So I decided to upgrade. I sold my old one to my brother, who's just getting started on a higher-end microphone as well. And I bought a different, it's the same brand, it's a higher end one though. The nice thing is it has 4 inputs, which are combination XLR and 1/4-inch jacks. So I have right now, and the nice thing is in drivers I can control all of them, so I can make them all go in as a single microphone input, which is going to be great because I'll be able to have my 3DS go through it as well. Am I right? Gun on my left. Good. Gun out. So, the nice thing is I can control all of them going as one input, and I can manually control in drivers the volume for each input. So I can say what I have is I have my computer audio, or at least a separate audio, because the interface also does audio out, but I also have a separate auxiliary cable going from my computer to it, which allows me to output stream monitoring audio, so I can monitor like sounds and stuff without having it echo by going out my desktop audio. It's a bit complicated, but I can do that and make it so I can hear it, but make it so it also doesn't go back into stream. Better. Anyway, I need a, so I have that, and then it also gives me an additional input for anything else I need, which may in the future go, because right now I'm listening to my game audio through the stream monitoring, but does add a very slight delay. So once I have the cables that I bought come in, I'm going to be plugging the monitor that my video feeds into, and plugging that into this so I can hear my game audio as a separate thing as well. Should be good. And overall, I think it even sounds nicer. I also repositioned the mic so it's a bit closer to my mouth, so I can lower the gain and still pick up my voice really well. In fact, I think it picks it up even better than before. I've also been I think I'm gonna do this one. I've also been playing with I don't need to repair. I've also been, I should probably junk about a bunch of my old items. What is it saying? Oh yeah, so I've been playing with stream settings as well, because now, well, the problem I used to have was that, my mic audio was, at times when I wasn't paying attention, getting overpowered by game audio. So OBS awesomely has a setting now where I can audio duck. So everything, I've set it to pretty much everything will have audio duck underneath my mic. So that means all the other audio should be go down in volume whenever my voice kind of gets quiet. That's good. And other things I'm changing are the networking. That's huge and has a ton of elites and very little loot. Not worth. That has a ton of elites though. Oh my goodness, nothing is good here. Yeah, so I pulled out my old Cisco managed networking switch because I want to make use of that. It would be nice to actually fully control everything. I got a Ubiquity access point, so I'll hopefully, it's small but it has a ton of elites. I think they'll be cramped into a small space. But it has the most loot. So I have good wireless. I have a decent switch. I'm also going to be swapping out the main router out in the other room, so hopefully my network goes down less. And so far it seems good. Seems like my network's very stable compared to what it used to be. So then we got that going for it. I'm not looking forward to this level. Ooh, my goodness. Luckily they just die like in one hit on this laser, but I'm not looking forward to the big guys. Oh my goodness, they are. Die. So, overall I have a lot of changes. Oh my goodness. So I have a lot of changes in motion right now. It's not fully set up. I still have to, again, set up the... Wow. Wow, you got rocket. Also, okay, another note. Music in this game is fantastic. Amazing music. Like, I love it. And the music is specific for this game, so... Holy moly. Oh, the big guy. Hi. Hi. Oh, that hurt. Help. Okay, I'm gonna go. Bye. So, yeah, I have a lot going on. I've also been rearranging how my stream is, how the video games get put into the stream. I'm gonna be replacing the capture card because I figured out. I couldn't figure out what it was, but I think it's the capture card. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's a lot of just weird audio pops on the game, and it's the game audio. It's nothing else. I've gone through a bunch of troubleshooting. It's the capture card. So I am going to be. Ooh, that's dash though. So I'm gonna be going and getting a different capture card. I'm gonna be getting a, what is it, the Elgato HD60 Pro, which is a PCI in computer, it goes inside the computer, which supposedly will basically completely eliminate, it'll completely eliminate the delay. With USB 3.0 on my current one, there isn't that bad of a delay, but it is slightly there. It's noticeable. Not noticeable to the stream, but noticeable to me when I'm playing. At least when I'm looking at the stream, not looking at the direct live feed to my monitor. Ooh. I'm gonna sell other classes. And then I also have it was a pain to set up, but I have like several HDMI switches all intermingling. So a majority of my consoles, at least the modern HDMI ones, plug into near the TV through an HDMI switch, and those all switch together to change to what console it is. There's a second, or a third technically, HDMI switch that switches between the TV and the capture card / monitor. So I can just push a button and it'll all be on the TV, and with another push of a button, without unplugging, moving anything, it'll be automatically ready to go to stream. So literally today I just plugged my switch in over by my TV, pushed a button, and was ready to go. It's so much easier to set it up. The only thing that is close to my... The only thing that's close to my... close to me is there's an RCA to HDMI adapter, which lets me plug in my retro consoles. So it's an upscaler. So I was gonna do Nintendo 64 streaming a while back, but none of my capture cards could support the low resolution. Even though they can support RCA input, they can't support Nintendo 64's low resolution. So what I instead did is I got an HDMI upscaler, so I can plug it into this near my desk. That goes over to the HDMI switches from before, so I can use it on my TV, and then again to my capture card. And the reason why it's close to my desk, is so I can have controller reach at my desk, so I can actually stream the stuff. Ooh, yeah, change into that, definitely. So I can use my N64 at my desk and still stream it and have the controller. That's good. Ooh, another fun thing, I also now have... I hate these things. Nope, not boost. I also have a couple new N64 controllers coming in, like quite a few months ago, last year in summer, I believe, summer last year. I should probably repair. I backed a Kickstarter project for basically a new Nintendo 64 controller design, and with that, it's basically like the modern two-prong like controller design, not the weird three-prong thing that Nintendo had going on the N64. So with that, it's also like a lot sturdier, and it's new because if I wanted a original OEM controller, their joysticks are almost always broken, and the replacement joysticks don't work fully. They don't have full range of motion, which kills everything. And then the third-party controllers are cheap junk that again have very poor joysticks. So yeah, this one will have a modern joystick design. It'll still have the octagonal gate, which makes things nice. And I'm really looking forward to getting that. It's shipped out today. I should be receiving that soon, and I'm planning on I'm going to be getting it probably by next week. So I'll very likely be doing next week's stream with the N64. The nice thing about the N64 is I bought a flash cart for it. Wow, that thing is awesome. I bought a flash cart for it, so I can have basically every game, and I can play it on the original system. And you say, well, why do you emulate that? Because emulating is, I don't know why the N64 just never got a good emulation treatment. It works well, but a lot of it is not exact still. There's still a lot of things that don't work properly or at all. So, plus it's always the niceness of using it, using and playing the games with official hardware, because it'll just work. Everything is designed to work with its own. So everything is designed to work properly, so like everything will work, and the capture card, holy moly, you guys chill. The one I bought is the newest version of the Flash card, so it supports every game. And then there's also, I need to look at the homebrew scene for that, because I don't know what exists and what can be done. Holy moly, you guys are so annoying. Holy crap! Wait, could you guys stop showing up? Okay, wow, this is crazy. I love this thing. Okay. So, what is it saying? Oh yeah. And the nice thing is it'll play on the N64, which I love my N64 because it's the translucent green model, and I'm still not old. I'm still not quite done with it. I still have a few more things to do, but I've actually been modding it. So right now, it's translucent green and it lights up. So the inside of it lights up with a couple of LED strips. I'm going to be adding green LEDs. So the LEDs inside are white to give it a glow. I'm going to be giving it green LEDs in the controller port so they light up as well. And then what else? Oh yeah, it also has a RGB LED as a power light, so the power light will kind of fade between colors, which is really cool. I believe there's one other thing I was going to do. I can't remember. Yeah, so there's one thing I do like to do a lot is console modding, just because I like to have a unique system. Like my Switch right now, I would show you on webcam, but I have to get my webcam set up back up. I'm gonna be upgrading my capture card, and then I'll be using this current capture card as a webcam input. So I'll have my nice camera hooked up, my Lumix, I think it's the Lumix G7. It's a pretty nice camera. It'll be hooked up doing 1080p webcam, and then I'll have 1080p gameplay. And the nice thing about the new capture card is it has built-in hardware to do the video rendering, so it won't take up CPU resources to do that, which is fantastic. Or GPU resources, I should say. Maybe CPU, I don't remember what does what. So that's really cool, which means it should be able to play nice with this current capture card without seeing any noticeable difference in stream. Let's just get rid of these old ones. Better. Why am I using this one? This item. So, one of the main things in this game is you get pieces to upgrade your robot, and so you don't really get the story in the when you don't play the tutorial. The tutorial plays the first time you play it. It just gives you a basic, like, here's how you aim, here's how you shoot, the end. Super simple. What is that called? Heavy shifter of noisy breakfast. Okay, another thing is the names on this are super weird, but kind of hilarious. So one thing I don't, oh my gosh, it's so OP. The one thing I don't like, and I don't ever use in this game, are the manual close range weapons. Reason being is they can be really OP, but the problem is when you attack things like the elites, they blow up, and when you're next to them, when they blow up, you take damage. So I found in a playthrough with a few friends that if you use one of these weapons, you can't really just blast through enemies because you end up dying because you're next to their exploding bodies. So, what I need right now is a really good, like that I'm on gun L right now. I'm gonna make that my gun R. I think I'm gonna keep my gun L the same. That one I'm definitely scrapping. That's pretty cool. That one has 472. This one's a lame version of what I have. I'm gonna scrap this because there's no way I'm ever gonna use that. So this one's 298, 472. We got this, 431. $434. The other one, 472. Jeez. This I'm definitely getting rid of. Take this. So my main strategy in this game is, or at least with my guns. That's a lot of energy though. I'm gonna keep this for now. My main strategy is my gun R is typically a more directional rapid fire type of gun. And then my gun L is more of a spread shot, more damage type of thing. I typically find myself using gun L more, but scrap this, scrap that, scrap that, that, and that. One of the main things in this game is getting scraps to repair and then also build weapons. Let's see, I don't need a heal. And I'll save my stuff for next time. We'll go into that. Wow. This one's gonna suck because there's a ton of elites. Holy moly, chill. Chill! Just cut the microphone. Wow. This is a nice stone. Yeah, so my Switch right now is modded as well. It has I changed the one thing I've been doing. I'm thinking about like starting to do it like on eBay as like a way to make a little bit of income. Oh man, I gotta plug in my Pro controller to the phone battery. Luckily, I had set up my cable for that. That shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, yeah. So I've gotten very good at swapping. I've gotten very good at swapping the outer plastic shell. Oh my gosh! Chill. I'm very good at swapping the outer plastic shell of the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con. So, and luckily they also sell custom colors, or at least the shells, the outer plastic, on well, on Amazon now, but it used to be only from like China sellers, China websites like AliExpress. So I currently, to match my N64, I have a transparent jungle green color. The only downside is it's not translucent like the N64, where it has that kind of foggy plastic. It's just plain transparent. Oh yeah, I was gonna go on about the story and I forgot. But yeah, just to finish up this one, yeah, my Joy-Con have the clear jungle green, and the back of the Switch is also that clear, transparent jungle green color. I'm thinking about switching over to the what is it? The ice blue. What is it called? I don't remember. The blue color of the N64 on my Switch to more match my overall color theme for my YouTube channel, which is that kind of like sky blue. Also consider like spray painting my logo onto my thing sometimes, but I'm really bad at it and I don't know how to make a decent stencil to do it, so I just never do. Other classes, of course. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Other classes. Oh, why'd I keep that? That's kind of garbage. Speed is not changed. Speed on this one is faster. This has more HP. I'm gonna go with this one for now. Let's see any guns I got. Wow, that is horribly red shot. Nope. Wow. Okay, I've had this one before. It sucks. That's a definite no. That's a definite no. That I'm getting rid of. Oh, am I already equipping that? My new gun arm. Is that already my gun arm? Oh, it's not. Jeez. Let's see. This one's faster. This one I have on. This one's definitely getting. Oh my. Switch to this one. This one's getting scrapped for sure. The difference between this one and this one. Oh my goodness. This one has higher damage too. Darn. Of noisy dancing. This one's the assault rifle. Blessed Confession. So this is my main go-to weapon. Is assault rifles. My favorite. And I think my health is good. Oh man, I'm going into a boss, aren't I? It's gonna suck. This is gonna suck. Wow. Yes, I'm gonna there. Gosh, fire everywhere. Oh, please stop catching me on fire. Holy crap, that's some serious spread fire. Oh my goodness, stop moving. Oh my goodness. Give me a dive, little guy. Holy crap. Can these guys stop appearing? Please go away. Bye. Die. Why do we get like oh my gosh, this little guy. Oh my goodness. There we go. Get tons of loot from that at least. And wow, I'm full health. That's awesome. I have no vision still. I don't know why I don't get anything. Other classes. This is literally worse. Wow. That's some great luck. Oh, that's a fortress thing though. That's cool though. Didn't realize. Oh yeah, fortress can get like gigantic. It's hilarious. You see them on screen and like I keep going to shoot him from like it's an elite. Get him. Ooh. I hate. Okay, these are garbage. That is definitely garbage. Actually, yeah, it's not. Somehow does more damage. I gotta start getting rid of my old stuff because like I'm not gonna use any of this. That's a definite. That's definitely going. Definitely going. The current gun L. 198. Wow, that's terrible. This is better. Ugh. That's definitely going. 493. That's going. It's a very spread shot. I like that. Wait, no, this little pea shooter's going away. This one's cool, but it's also like very takes a lot of energy. And if you run out of energy in every 2 seconds, it's not very effective. That one is a good spread shot. Go with this one. 5. Not gonna, alright. Oh no, I'm changing to this one. Holy crap. 733. Jeez. The beast. Nothing compared to this. Get rid of that, get rid of that. That's definitely going. That's definitely going. That's definitely going. I'm gonna keep the rocket launcher just in case. I think I'm ready for the next level. Wow, I'm already getting tired. Holy crap. Long day of work. Also, I bought this interface and it was supposed to arrive tomorrow, but it arrived today. So I was really happy because tonight was the only night this week I could really do a stream, and I already sold my old interface to my brother. Oh, this has a ton of loot and not very many elites. Done. So, yeah, I wasn't gonna go taking that back. So I literally got home today. What did I do? Yeah, I got my interface, got it all set up. So all the audio was working properly, figured out all the settings, which, my gosh, this actually has settings on the computer compared to the old one where I just plugged it in and it just did. There was no changing any settings. Unlike this one where I can really just be like, okay, this input on the computer is gonna, I don't have to change it on the device, which I can, but I don't have to. So I can mute inputs. Oh my gosh, you are a beast. Didn't drop any health. What the heck? me with the rocket launchers, bro. Bro. I'm gonna die trying to pull it. Okay, got that. Get out of here, I'm so close to dying. Holy crap. That's not fair. Oh, luckily I get a little help on this. So yeah, I got home, set up interface, am loving it. It has so many options, so many inputs and outputs. I mean, I say so many, but like, it's a lot for a simple, like, I'm not going to be doing like professional music production. Like, it has 4 inputs. It has MIDI input and output, which is great because now I can use my MIDI keyboard, and hopefully the delay will be small enough where I could potentially live play some music. Specifically, I've been looking through and finding some of the sound fonts that Toby Fox uses for Undertale music, and I've actually found some, and I can live play parts of it. A lot of it is just me learning things. Ooh. Wow. Ooh, I like that. That's nice. That's a lot of flame. Don't like that. Trying to get some good weapons. Don't like that either. I think my gun R is going to be this bad boy. Holy crap, it takes energy. Actually, it's not that bad anymore. Gun L, I think I'm going to keep it at that. Ooh, holy moly. Oh, but I can't. That's going to take all of mine. I already have that. Nah, I'm going to keep it this. So I'm going to repair. And I'm ready for the next level. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to tell the story of this. Gosh dang it. I keep getting sidetracked by other stories. There's just so much to talk about. I haven't done a live stream in forever. I gotta update people on what my life is doing. So if you play when you first play for the first time, it gives you like a little tutorial, like how to aim, how to move, shooting, stuff like that. Very basic. It gives you the story. Basically, robots took over the world, and your little brain that breaks out takes over like a little robot vessel thing, and you've got to stop the party, because robots, when they took over, they're now just partying. So to stop the party, you have to destroy these, I don't even know what they're called. It's been so long since, it's been a while since I've played the tutorial, but you destroy these I don't know, these things, and it should shut the power off to the party. Stupid story, but it's hilarious and I love it. Let's take this one. The developers are denying any allegation of the boss fights being too difficult. Of course they are. Why am I not picking me up as well as it was before? Maybe I'm not getting close enough. Maybe I need to dial it up just a little bit. And the nice thing about this as well is I can now also control. So on my old one, I had to manually control on my computer how loud my computer was so I could hear my microphone. This interface allows me to change the mix of volume between computer audio from the USB from my computer and my live feed audio from like my microphone, my 3DS, anything I have plugged into the interface itself. Which is great because before the zero latency feedback from my microphone was very quiet, so I had to turn computer audio like down a whole ton to be able just to hear anything, at least myself, so I don't sound like an idiot. I mean, I'll still sound like an idiot. No, I don't sound as much like an idiot. So now there's a little knob that allows me to control the mix of that audio, which is great. Wow, stop. What else does it have? It has some AV, main out AV or something like that, or no, monitor AV switching. I'm not really gonna ever use that, but it's there. The only thing it technically doesn't have is a zero latency monitoring switch. But if I want to turn it off, I can just turn. I can just turn the mic audio all the way, not the mic, the mix all the way to computer audio, and that will completely silence any microphone input, which is good. Then there's the ability to manually control the gain on every input. There's the ability to add a 15, I think the 15 decibel pad in case I need it. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, that's game over. Huh. Well, there we have it. How long was that game? That's a good 45 minute game, and that's how long. That's the nice thing is, oh no, it says right here playtime 41 minutes. So that's usually about how long I get into this before I start dying. But so a couple things before, so this is probably going to be the end of the stream because I'm tired and I just wanted to show this game off so much, so that's why I did a stream today, and I wanted to test my audio input. So a few things. This is a great game for playing up to 4 players local multiplayer. The only thing is you can't use multiple Switch consoles. It has to be same console, which is kind of obnoxious, but it works. You do need the two, and I believe you do need the 2 analog sticks, so you can't play with with separated single Joy-Con. You have to each have either a Para Joy-Con or a Pro controller. Other than that, it's a great game. I picked it up. It was on sale for, I believe, like 10, 11, 12 bucks, something like that. I believe it sells for 15 on the eShop. But it's a beautiful game. I highly recommend picking this up. It's great. It's been the one game I can just pick up, play real quick, get a game session in, then move on with my life. You don't have to worry about it. So yeah, that is NeuroVoider, and I highly recommend picking it up. Man, I can't even get over it. It's such a great game for me. I'm looking into doing more Switch streams in the future. I think next week there will be N64 if I get my controller in time. So yeah, that has been the stream. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.